Once upon a time, in a small village called Umezima, there lived two sisters called Nkechi and Chioma. Nkechi was very beautiful and blessed with a beautiful voice. Why Chioma wasn't as beautiful as her sister Nkechi? The reason was because when Chioma was a child, she was involved in a domestic accident where hot oil splashed on her face, leaving her with a nasty scare on her face, which was not pleasant to look at. Everyone loved and admired Nkechi, but Chioma, who was the younger sister, was usually ignored. They were sisters, but as time went on, Nkechi became very proud and arrogant because of the constant praises from men in the village. She stopped going out with her sister and was ashamed to be seen anywhere with Chioma. However, Chioma knew the reason why Nkechi kept her distance, and it hurt her so much. But eventually, she learned how to enjoy her own company. Her parents didn't make things easier because whenever a guest or a visitor visited them, they would always tell Chioma to go inside and stay hidden until their guests left. Chioma lived as a maid at home because her parents would prefer to send her on errands rather than send her elder sister Nkechi. One day, Chioma went to the village stream to fetch some water. On her way back home, she saw an old woman on the path which led to her house. The old woman looked very tired as she sat down by the roadside with a big pot of water by her side. Chioma greeted the old woman and walked past her, but she felt sorry for the old woman and so she turned around. Chioma kept her own pot of water safely hidden beside a big tree and offered to help the old woman carry her own water pot. The old woman thanked Chioma for her generosity and kindness. She stood up and led Chioma to where she lived. She was very old and couldn't walk without a stick, and this made Chioma wonder how the old woman carried the big pot of water all by herself to where she had previously met her. But Chioma didn't see anything. She followed the old woman patiently with the pot of water on her head. They walked and walked until they got to an isolated hut in the forest. When they arrived at the hut, Chioma kept the pot of water for the old woman. But as soon as she was about to leave, the old woman said to her, "You have a very good heart. Many people saw me, but none of them came to my aid. Because of your kindness, I will grant you your deepest heart desire." The old woman gave Chioma a special cream. "Take this. It is a magical cream made from a blend of many special herbs. Apply it on your face when you want to go out, and you will look beautiful as the morning sun. Any man you kiss on the lips with this cream on your face would forever see you as a star." Chioma collected the magical cream from the old woman and thanked the old woman. When she got home, she hid it in the roof of her room. But she was scared of using it because she did not know the old woman. A lot of men were attracted to Nkechi. They would buy her all sorts of gifts and jewelries just to impress her and win her heart. But Nkechi refused to settle down with any of the men. She enjoyed being chased and wanted to continue enjoying the benefits of being chased around. One day, a very handsome and wealthy man came for Nkechi's hand in marriage. He had brought with him a lot of gifts and provisions. As they sat in the compound, discussing the marriage plans, Chioma showed up. She was previously sent to the market to get some things and she had no idea that there would be a visitors in the compound. Immediately Nkechi saw her. She screamed at Chioma in anger. "You ugly thing! Why do you want to spoil this beautiful day of mine with your ugly face?" Everyone looked at Chioma and started laughing. She could not bear the shame, so she ran into her room and started crying bitterly. While she was crying, she remembered the magical cream which the old woman had given her weeks ago. Without thinking twice, Chioma took the cream and rubbed a bit of it on her face. Immediately Chioma finished applying the cream on her face, she felt a strange aura of confidence, but she was still deeply hot, so she fell asleep. The next day, Chioma woke up and went into the forest to fetch some firewood, as usual. On her way to the forest, she found it very strange that all men that she passed was looking at her, and it made her very uncomfortable, and she felt something must be wrong with her face. Before, people didn't look at her twice, but now everyone was so focused on her. She wanted to run back home, but she knew what to expect if she didn't return home with some firewood. So she continued her journey into the forest. After fetching the firewood, she tried to lift it up on her head when a very handsome man showed up out of nowhere. His name was Dike. "Let me help you." Chioma was shocked because this would be the first time that anyone would talk to her or offer assistance to her. "Are you talking to me?" Chioma asked. Surprised, of course. Why would an angel like you be carrying such a heavy load all by yourself? An angel? Or should I call you a goddess instead? Your beauty is known like I have ever seen before. Chioma could not believe her ears. It would be the first time that anyone would tell her she is beautiful. Chioma watched as Dike carried the firewood on his shoulder and she led the way to her house. While they walked, Dike told Chioma that he liked her and would love to know more about her. Chioma felt like she was dreaming. Even the worst man in the village avoided her. Yet, Dike was here asking her to be his lover. When they arrived at her compound, Nkechi was seated outside the house. She watched closely as Dike kept the firewood beside the fire stand. Before Dike left, he hugged Chioma and kissed her on her forehead. When Nkechi saw her, she became very jealous, despite the fact that she had all the men in the village running after her. She felt jealous and envious that Dike, just one man, was interested in her younger sister, Chioma. Nkechi went to meet Chioma and started asking her where and how she knew Dike. But Chioma ignored her, and this made her even more angry. When Chioma entered her room, she remembered the cream the old woman gave her, and when she rubbed it, she then realized that the cream must be the reason why all the men were attracted to her. The next day, Chioma rubbed the cream again. Before she went to the village stream to fetch some water, she met Dike, already waiting for her. Dike said, "I knew you would come here. Let me help you with the water. I have been waiting for you." As time went on, Chioma found it very lovely with Dike. He was very nice and caring man, but Chioma was scared. She wasn't sure if Dike loved her because of the supernatural beauty which the magical cream gave her or because of her personality. Meanwhile, Nkechi was driven by hatred and jealousy that Dike was always around Chioma, despite the fact that she had many men running after her and that she could get any man she wanted with her beauty. Nkechi vowed to snatch away Dike from Chioma. The next day, Dike accompanied Chioma from the market. Nkechi moved closer to Dike, trying to seduce Dike, but Dike was not enticed at all. He was not moved by her actions. "Leave that ugly girl and take me. I promise I will make you happy. What will it say to me your heart tell me? I will do it." But Dike insisted that Chioma was the woman he wanted. Whenever Nkechi looked at Chioma, her sister, the nasty scale were there. But whenever anyone looked at her, they saw a very beautiful lady, even more prettier than Nkechi. Nkechi was driven by frustration, so one day, she decided to monitor Chioma. She was convinced that Chioma was up to something. That was the only way she could explain why all men who disliked her before suddenly wanted her. The next morning, Nkechi got up very early in the morning and stayed at Chioma's window, peeping through to see what Chioma would do. She watched as Chioma unexpectedly took the cream from where she hid it and rubbed it on her face. Then she observed where Chioma hid the cream. When Chioma left for the forest to fetch some firewood, Nkechi sneaked into her room and took the cream. She thought the cream must be the reason why all men in the village suddenly loved Chioma. So she rubbed some of the cream on her face as well. But immediately she rubbed the cream on her face, she started feeling a burning sensation on her face. It started getting hot and hotter by each passing minute. So Nkechi quickly ran to wash her face when the pain was becoming unbearable. When her parents saw her, they were shocked to see her face. The magic cream she rubbed had completely destroyed her face, but she looked worse than Chioma. When Chioma returned from the market with DK as usual, she could not believe her eyes when she saw her elder sister, Nkechi. Her face was so red and discolored and very burnt. Immediately, Nkechi saw Chioma. She started pleading for forgiveness. "Please forgive me. I am deeply sorry for what I did to you. Please forgive me, Chioma." Chioma did not understand why Nkechi was apologizing to her. She knew Nkechi, her elder sister, was very arrogant and proud, so it came as a shock. "What did you do? I have always made peace with the way you treated me, and I still love you even though you treat me harshly. I still love you as a sister." Nkechi started weeping seriously. She held Chioma's hand. "Chioma, I have a confession to make." Nkechi told Chioma and her parents that when they were still little, her parents had loved and cherished her so much. They gave her anything she wanted because she was the only child, and they make her feel very loved. But when they gave birth to Chioma, it was like they shifted all the love and attention to Chioma and stopped caring about her. Chioma was more beautiful than when she was a child, so everyone focused on Chioma more than they focused on Nkechi. This made Nkechi very jealous and envy. So out of envy, Nkechi placed a pan of hot oil on top of the cupboard, and then she told Chioma to go and bring it, knowing fully well that Chioma was little and that the hot oil would pour on her. Nkechi confessed that she did it on purpose so that she would be the only beautiful daughter and everyone would stop treating Chioma special. They were all shocked at Nkechi's confession. Her parents were disappointed in her, but Chioma told them that she had forgiven her elder sister since it was in the past. All the men in the village avoided Nkechi because of how burnt her face was, and after hearing what she did to her younger sister Chioma, they disliked her. Nkechi lived in pain for the rest of her lives and she regrets her actions. Chioma got married to DK, and after DK kissed her, she had no need for the cream anymore. They had beautiful children and they both lived happily ever after. The moral lesson of this story is that you must learn to balance love between your children. Do not favor one over the other. Show each and every one of them equal love and don't make anyone your favorite, because doing this will only create hatred between them and eventually bring division. Always be good even to strangers, because you don't know where your hype might come from, because beauty is like a flower that fades quickly.
Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels, follow us on all social media,